Okay, here we go. The beginning of video 16 of my shuttle bus build. This is Doug from @Tramp Traveler. That's a YouTube channel. And I'm converting a shuttle bus to be able to boondock with, to be able to camp in. And it's got a handicap lift because I'm getting old and crippled up. And I'm eventually going to need that lift for a wheelchair. And so in doing that, I'm also leaving enough space inside of here for to be able to move around to the wheelchair. And like I say, I've been busy. Okay, I got a lot done. I'm going to show you that right now. All right, I got the sink installed, and it's hooked up and plumbed all the way from the tank to the sink and up to the hot water shower heater. It's an instant hot water heater that runs on propane, and that'll also be my hot water for the sink. You see the wand there? That's long enough that I can take over to the sink. So all I've got the sink hooked up to is cold water from a 36-gallon tank down below. Behind that, right where that orange strap is. So it's a 36 gallons, but I'm planning on using that for drinking water. That'll be for doing dishes and cooking and stuff like that, where it isn't what I would consider drinking water, although I'm going to sterilize it with a special bleach for doing that. And there's also a drain that goes down through the floor, and so that if I want to empty out that tank for winterization or just to flush it after I put the bleach in it and let it set for a while, I can open that valve up and turn on the pump, and it'll quickly squirt that water out onto the ground. And my drain for this sink is just going to be going into a 3-gallon jug, which is going to be underneath the cupboard here on this side. And there will also be another 3-gallon jug under there for drinking water. And that is going to be a whole separate pump faucet, which is going to be back probably in a corner, or maybe in this corner where that green little tiny bucket is. Isn't that cute? And that'll be hung over the sink there, so that if it drips, it goes into the sink. And that's going to be good water there, good purified water that I can drink without any worries about getting sick from it. The sink water, I can get that just about anywhere, and don't have to worry about if it's going to be 100% sterile, because if I use it for cooking, it'll be boiled before I use it or as I'm using it. As you can see, I've got the brown trim all the way around here now, all the way up. And I've got to do a little bit of touch up here and there. And I've painted these doors in the drawer twice. I've got to do a little touch up here where I filled in some holes. A couple more over here. And these are all keyed locks on both sides, so that they don't come open when I'm traveling. And hang on a second. Sorry about that. That was a state police car going by. There's a state police post about 11, 12 miles west of me here. And this is a state highway, so they're down this road quite often. He wasn't in a terrible hurry. At night, they go through here at 100 miles an hour, and usually in pairs. Anyway, did a bunch of vacuuming, and I'm going to have to see if I can scrub this floor to get a little bit cleaner. Otherwise, I may end up painting it, because this here, just dry vacuuming, it wasn't doing anything. I've got some tracking cover that will go on here to cover up these unistrut rails. And let's see, on this side, I just hooked up the propane stove, 2-burner stove. And there's another one of those little cute buckets. And this is trimmed out all the way around, down, across, and up. And I caulked both here and here to seal that up. This is vinyl flooring. And I painted below this with an oil base paint so that it won't, if anything leaks between the vinyl cracks, it won't warp the plywood underneath. The vinyl itself is 100% waterproof, top and bottom. And this has been painted 2 coats already. And in here, there's 3 drawers to pull out for pantry, 2 low ones for cans, and a tall one in the top there for bigger things like boxes. And on this side over here, this door swings all the way around here. There's going to be 2 LP tanks up inside of there. They're already in. One of them's already in there. And that's on a pull-out drawer so that I can service the tanks, switch them around, whatever. And I've got one of these, it's a regulator for 2 tanks, which automatically switches from an empty tank into a full tank. And I've still got to put all that in. And the silver hose that you see in there, that's going to be for Olympian Wave 3 heater, which basically is going to be for if I need a little heat back in my bedroom area, I can hang a curtain across here, a real heavy duty to keep the cold air from traveling from side to side there. So if I'm sleeping, I can heat just that back area. But it's only going to be to, say, torque things up a little bit in the morning when it's really cold before I get out of bed, if I want to snooze in a little bit more. And I've mentioned on other videos that this center section of the bed will flip up against where you see those rubber mats. Got a problem here with my focus again. Anyway, my batteries, I've got 4 LifePo 4, that's lithium phosphate iron batteries that'll go up under there, which are 100 amp hours each. So I'm going to have a lot of wattage with lithium, with the battery, 12 volt, and there'll be a inverter underneath there to change that over to 120 volt. I'm going to need some 120 volt here for a couple of things, like over here behind me to my side is one of the tall, about 4 foot tall dorm refrigerators with a big freezer on the top with a separate door. And I'm planning on having a recliner, and I'm debating on whether I want to get one that's electric, so as I get more elderly, I can use it for getting up. I probably won't at first, but I want that capability with 110 volt power. And this stove, it has igniters in it that go click, 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 and that plugs into 110. I won't necessarily need that, because the lighter will do the trick. But, someday I might want to hook that up. I don't know. Anyway, I got vinyl here, vinyl here, vinyl here, vinyl on here, vinyl up here, and over here, going to be a steel pegboard, which I can hang utensils on, mugs, whatever, different size hooks. It'll be steel, so you can use magnets on it. But I'm just having fun. Anyway, today is what is it? September 24th, which is a Wednesday, and so I've got more stuff to do. I got to finish the propane plumbing under there. That's the stuff in this box here. And I got a whole bunch of electrical that's got to be done yet. And I don't know. It's getting close to the end, but there's still a lot to do. Anyway, I'd like you to take the time to subscribe, to like my video, to comment, ring the bell for the subscriptions, and also push the all so that you get notification every time I do put a video out. And but mainly to get that subscription going and some comments and liking it, because that helps drive my logarithm with YouTube. I'm getting quite a few views, but I don't have a lot of subscribers yet. And I've been building this whole thing here, and not that many subscribers, get a lot of views, but people just aren't subscribing for some reason. It doesn't cost a penny to be subscribed. It's free. Same with the liking it and commenting. It's all free. Everything is free to you. So hop on there and do that, and I'd appreciate it. And I'm thanking you ahead of you doing that. So I'm going to continue on with the work here. So you hang on. In just a few seconds, I'll start up another part of this video. Thanks. All right, you guys, today is Friday, and we're going to test the water. I completed all the hose hookups on the propane yesterday and tested that out. I was going to put it on video, but it was too late in here to really show the flame for you. But maybe I'll do that again yet today. I don't know. But for right now, we're going to test the water pump and test for leaks. And I only put in like 2.5 gallons in the tank, because that was one big jug of it. That's this jug right here, which I've labeled gray water, because that's what that'll be. Anyway, let's give me a minute to put the camera up and get it focused in on the sink here. And hopefully this power pack I've got here has got power, and it's been stored for like a couple of years. And but it was a brand new battery when I stored it, so hopefully it's got some charge in it enough to run this 12-volt pump under here. I know the hoses look like a little bit of a tangle, but you can see pretty much where they go. This one over here goes down to the floor drain, which is down behind the tub or the gray water tank. And then this one that curls around here, so it's going up the tank, and I've got that valve opened up already. And then this other one, where the loop-de-loop is, it goes up to the hot water heater, which we're not going to test today. I just want to see that it'll I don't have any leaks anywhere. And well, let's give her a try. Hang on just a minute here. I gotta put you on hold here. Okay, you get to see this firsthand. I hope everything works. Maybe I don't have any battery. No, we got our pump around. I had to turn the... There we go. There we go. Get some of that air out of line there. You can hear it draining down into the gray water jug. Hope the cars are going by so I can hear it. No, I got a leak. I got a leak. And it's at the valve. So let me fix that and then I'll get back with you. Well, I'm tired. Got the leak fixed, but I had to tear everything apart. At least, yeah, I'm kind of frustrated right now. I didn't have to tear everything apart, but I had to tear it apart enough that I could get it outside from underneath the sink there where I could work on it good and tighten up all of the hose clamps. There's 16 hose clamps on that sucker because there's 3 T's and an extension and just hooking up to the sink and just so many different things. But I got water all over the place. And I think it's probably 2 or 3 of them that were leaking, I don't know. But for an old fat guy like me trying to get underneath there to work, that's I can't get on my knees because it hurts too much. Anyway, I got it to where it doesn't leak now, at least going up to the sink. I ended up pulling out the drain hose going through the floor and everything, you know, so I got her back together, but I didn't hook up the hot water heater again yet. I gotta test that. I'm gonna leave that for another day. I got plenty of water in there yet, and battery was working good, and this pump is almost silent. I mean, it just goes brum, 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 brum. You can't hardly even hear it, and if the doors were shut on it, I probably wouldn't hear it. But it's something where I'm going to be hooking it up to an electrical switch and only turning it on when I'm actually taking a shower. And then when I'm lathering up, I'll turn it off and back and forth. This hot water heater that I've got here, it's an instant hot water heater. So as long as it's got pressure on the water hose and some good D batteries in it and sees water flow of any little tiny amount, and it'll kick on even if there's only like 15 pounds of water, and this thing I think is pumps at about 45, and it shut off nice too, but you know, as soon as you shut off the wand for taking a shower, the flame shuts off too. And then you turn the hose back on and the flame comes back on again. It's got the electric ignition from 2D batteries. It's a pretty nice unit. And I bought it used. I think I paid $50 for it, which is dirt cheap. Anyway, I'm going to button things up here a little bit more. We got to put a fan underneath here because I got raw wood that's just got about 2 square foot of water on top of it. I already dried it up somewhat with paper towels, but what a mess. I guess I should have, you can't really test anything until you get everything all together anyway, but so I'm happy with it now. Got to put the drain back in the floor to be able to drain the tank out entirely, although I can do it right in the jug because I've got the same jug out here that I brought the water out with. And I'm going to leave, there'll be maybe a ½ inch left in the bottom of the tank, which I'll cut that really good with some RV antifreeze before winter and pump some of it through these lines just to make sure. I don't want any pockets of water anywhere and have them freeze up. So I'm in Michigan and it freezes and it'll freeze hard too. So anyway, we'll catch you in a few minutes. Well, again, folks, today is Sunday, the 28th of September, and just wanted to give you an update to the end of this video here. I'm sitting at a cool public boat launch site, and I got some people here who about ready to launch a boat. You might get to see a little bit of that. They said they didn't mind being on video if it happens, but I'm working on the water in the shuttle bus. Fixed one leak and was pretty frustrated by the time I got done with that because it is in a terrible place to work. Of course, I built the cupboards first, you know, it's my fault. But then I had another leak after that. First one was at the first tee, and that was to go up to the sink. Got that fixed, and then I had another leak at the garden hose fitting to the filter, water filter to the shower head. And I'm going to pause you a second here while they drive on past me. Okay, I think they're sufficiently out of the way so I can carry on here. They'd never been to this lake before, so I had to show them where to put it in, because there's a gravelly area, and then there's a sandy area, and then there's a mucky area. So, but anyway, that garden hose fitting to that water filter, I couldn't get it to quit leaking. It wasn't the garden hose, it was the cap to the filter itself, and making quite a mess. And so I ended up just taking that water filter right out of there, and that'll be, I'll just put that on the garden hose that I'm filling my tank with, so that everything going into the tank will be filtered. It was a brand new tank in the beginning, and I've flushed all the lines out already, so excuse me. So yeah, that'll cure that. And you know, where it's flowing into the tank, it won't be under any pressure to leak. And it's a smart idea to filter everything anyhow. It's not a, you know, it's just a screen, real fine mesh screen. But I've proved out the propane range, the burners. They both work, and I piped in all of the rest of that. The Olympian Wave 3 heater, I haven't mounted that yet, not sure where I'm going to mount it. I got lots of different places I could do it, just be the most efficient area that I want to do it at. But I've got the hose all rigged up, and it's got quick disconnects on both ends of it, and the stove has got a quick disconnect on it too, and shut off valves. It's got a regulator, the whole shoot match. So that's done. I've still got to put some sealer underneath the sink, and then bolt the four corners of that down. Trim is all done. Countertops are all done. I think the next thing is going to be the diesel heater, and I'm going to dig that out yet today and see that all the fittings that I've got are appropriate, because I'm going to mount that above the bed and out the wall, above the bed, above the window. I've showed you that before. But that's going to have the exhaust coming out the bottom, as is typical, although you can turn them on the side as long as your glow plug is in the upper side. But I'm going to turn that, you know, just be down, so I've got an appropriate elbow for the exhaust, and then I've got a wall penetration that's a double wall, even though it's going through fiberglass, you know, which is not a flame damage or danger, but it's got 3 screws that'll mount to the outside of the shuttle bus back wall and come through, and then that elbow will fit onto that. And I may need to put an extension on it to get to that. I don't know. I got to dig that stuff out and look it over good. Maybe place one more order for that. And then of course I got all the electrical to do yet, which I've got to dig all that equipment out. I've had it for some of it up to 2 years. So anyway, I'm going to end this video right now. Oh, one more thing too on this plumbing. It's all flexible hose, which is good in any kind of a camping vehicle is bouncing down the road. But you know, I'm frustrated with leaks, and if I continue to have leaks, I'm going to switch that out to CPVC. I've never had one leak with CPVC, the stuff you glue together, although that's fairly rigid and it may not be the greatest for inside of a camping vehicle that bounces around. But okay, so I've got another vehicle coming in here to go on the boat with these people, so I'm going to let you go. I wanted to get this video out. It's Sunday, and that's when I get my most viewing, is on Sundays. So we'll catch you later. Like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, punch all, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thank you.